Wait, I fucked up. I fucked up. I posted something to the wrong Discord, and now it's fine. Now it's fine. Now it's working. Yeah. Mm, mm. Oh, big stretch. Mm, mm. Okay. Oh, I have a very painful spot on the inside of my leg. Oh, I hate that. It's too much sitting, not enough moving around. I didn't know where to look then. I've got like three cameras. Well, I've got. It's just that I kind of like trained myself to look at a camera, but the thing is that I've got my screen here, which is what I'm watching this on. Um, I've got my iPad, which is my TV, which is right here, and basically that's also got a camera. And then I've got the webcam, which doesn't have a screen or anything to basically like say that it's a webcam, other than a bluish light that's around the edge. And that's sitting on my desk, kind of like back, just here. And it's like I don't know what I keep forgetting that that's the thing I should be looking at. Mainly because whenever I make videos, I'm always like on, like I'm always looking at a screen, like a device screen, more than I am a screen. You know, so it's like where do I look? Like, I immediately look for a screen, then identify where the camera is on that screen, and then I'm like, wait, no, that's not the camera. Like, I know it's slightly this way, so I turn slightly this way, and then I'm like, okay, where's the camera? There it is. That's not the device. It's this thing. This is the camera. So yeah. Oh, silliness. Just random silliness. Silliness. Um, yeah. I, I don't remember this shirt being that tight. I have no idea what's going on. I had a shower. I wore this like a couple of weeks ago. I don't remember it being this tight. It's just really huggy and tight. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I had a shower, and then I grabbed something that was basically some clothes to be put away that were in the bedroom, and this was on top of that stack. So I was like, oh, okay, it's my cleaning shirt. I'm okay with wearing this. It's whatever. Weird. Weird. But okay. Yeah. Well, not much has really happened. I've corrected my sleep. I think. I think I collected my sleep. I've like corrected it to where it's properly in place. The thing is, I was trying to get my sleep to get back to normal. As you may know, because I have talked about this on stream at least once, whenever I'm coming up to like a big event or something that I'm considering that I consider to be a big event or an important meeting or something, my sleep decides to go upside down, backwards, to try to kind of like fuck with me because it's like things never go perfectly right with me ever. So it's like when something seems like it's going perfectly right, and I get to that point when it's about to happen, it's like that's it. That's the cue for my body clock to basically be like, we're not going to make you sleep for about a week before this event. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Why though? No reason. But yeah, I just got it better. I just fixed it. I fixed it just like today. Like today, it's been fixed. Like after I do this live stream, I'm going to play on the computer for a little bit, and then I'm going to bed at a reasonable-ish time for me. And I'm probably going to sleep okay. Okay. It doesn't really matter anymore because like the meeting that I was basically preparing for and everything, like that doesn't seem to be happening anymore. Which is good. I get to keep the beard, which is awesome because I was really not looking forward to that. The hair might stay. I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of a bit. If I did lose the hair, I'm gonna miss the whole doing this and then being dry after I've been in the shower. Like I just stand in the shower after I turn the water off, and I just do the shake, and both my beard and my hair are dry. So, well, they're dry enough so that when I basically like do dry myself, they are pretty much done and dry. So I don't have to fuck with them anymore. So yeah, and it's not doing any. This is what it just looks like when it comes up when I come out of the shower. So that's okay. I can deal with that. Hey, Roscoe. Also, Roscoe, that means that your video, that I can actually do your video whenever you want to or can pay for it and stuff like that. So you don't have to worry about like being in debt or whatever. So that's cool. Like I will do it when I have time. So here's the problem. Here's the problem. And Roscoe, you are kind of it's kind of your fault. You've given me The Sims. Every bit of free time that I want to that I basically have and want to do something productive is now going to be taken up by either the game on my phone because I'm still that's the current problem. That is the current issue. Is the game on my phone. And like whenever I basically have some free time, I always say to myself, okay, I'm just going to play one level. I'm going to play one level on my phone, and then I'm going to put it down, and then I'm going to be productive. And what happens is that I end up not being productive because I put the phone down and then I go do chores instead. So it's like, yeah, you know. But now I have The Sims. So I've got two things. So yeah. That's it really. That's all the news. That's all the newsy news. I will figure out how to be productive. I promise. So I'm trying not to yawn so much. I've already been sat in the chair for a little while, so like I'm trying not to get too antsy, you know. Yeah, well, I was going to do that tonight, but I haven't actually downloaded it properly on my computer just yet. But I predict that this is going to be an issue. Like I've been busy today. I basically I had to cook foods. I had to clean the bathroom to have a shower. You know, I had to have a shower. So yeah, and I forgot to do my nails. Ugh. So yeah. Oh, I have no idea what I'm going to do in The Sims, but I just remember it being just super chill, super nice, very zen meditation, incredibly what time wastery game, you know? Just lots of nostalgia. Playing the original Sims. I remember when the Sims connected to the internet for the first time, and there was like this huge community already and waiting. When basically like almost on day one, and downloading special downloading special houses and maps and stuff. Well, yeah, the Sims. That's the problem, though. The Sims 4 is kind of annoying. Anything. Well, the Sims 2 was annoying. It got progressively more irritating because they seem to just not have free will. Like they say they have free will, you can turn it on and off. Whereas in the original game, they kind of are just hedonistic robots. You know, they'll watch TV, play on the computer, eat, and then go to bed, and they basically just do that. And that's fine. That's all very simple. It's a very simple directive, and that's fine. Whereas like in the new game, you basically like they just did very incredibly basic shit, like even more basic than that, when they didn't have free will, and then they complained to you about it. And you had to. There's also like extra things that you have to look, to keep an eye out and stuff for them, and it's like, just do what you're gonna do, assholes. I've got to remember all the cheats as well. But yeah, they used to have this website, and you can actually download like mods and stuff for Sims 1, and like I remember downloading mazes and like huge mansions and like really cool elaborate designs and stuff, and my computer hated me, but it was still kind of like awesome for me. The cheats, no, they keep the cheats in for added fun. After all, like there's only so much fun that you can have without getting unlimited money and rosebud and all that stuff. That's one of the reasons why they keep the cheats in for they keep cheats in for like the old Grand Theft Auto games. You know, so you can have unlimited ammo and spawn things and all of that stuff. Is there like cheats for GTA 5? I feel like I did look up if there were cheats for GTA 5. I know there's mods, and they had a big issue with mods. But yeah, cheats. Sorry, I'm trying to do this as quickly as I can. I just forgot to do my nails. I know that the Age of Mythology game that I've got, like that thing's got cheats, and it's a remaster. I also saw somebody playing Unreal Tournament, and like that thing has cheats, and that's a remaster as well. I never used a nail clipper before. You just bite them. Yeah. Like, I used to do that. But, like, I don't know. I guess I went off of the taste of nail. I don't know. You can get better precision with nail clippers. Plus, it's more hygienic because apparently, like, bacteria and shit can live underneath your nails for a long time. And when you bite them, then you basically like bacteria gets in your mouth. I do know somebody who proudly bites their nails. My aunt-in-law, she bites her nails. She proudly bites her nails. And I'm like, I don't know why. That's You take pride in that. Isn't that kind of like a compulsive disorder or something? I don't know. I'm almost done. Just got to get rid of the bits on the edges. My split nail is gone. I really hated that. I do need a puppy or somebody that's into feet to basically look after my feet because my feet need doing. It's just that, like, I can do my feet myself, but it's hard for a fat guy to do there to trim the nails on their feet and look after their feet. I thought in the future, I thought I could get robot legs by now, but no. Anyway, I think I've reached a point in my life. If I was in the UK, I would do it for free. Well, yeah. I'm not going to a salon for it. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to subject those nice ladies that look after people's feet to my feet. You're losing bending in your legs. How? What? I know they're hired to do it, and I know they've probably seen worse, and my feet aren't gross or anything. It's just that, I've got slightly longer toenails because I can't really cut them myself. I normally get a boy that's into feet to do them. Or order somebody to do them. But yeah. Oh. I have a big hangnail on my pinky. Anyway, yeah. Do you remember that rich guy that I basically had in London? Like, that I went for that first meeting for? I was gonna have another meeting with him. and he basically did kind of threaten to treat me to a spa day, and I got a feeling that that was going to be part of it. I was going to be taken to a super swanky, nice spa, go out to somewhere super nice to eat, and then end up at the cigar bar. But no. But no. Of course, because it's me, things never go simple and good. But it's okay. It's whatever. Right. Thingy's done. Oh, I didn't do my thumb. Oh, whatever. Right. Yeah, I kind of already talked about everything I wanted to talk about. Like, I didn't expect to be done in the first, like, 15 minutes. Ooh. Tiny headache. Oh, I need to hydrate, I guess. One dad, 1, 2, 3. What? You got to a hotel. Well, you can't just give me that information and then have to go. That's not fair. It's like, what hotel? Where, what you doing? Why are you checking into a hotel? Is it a nice hotel? Etc. Blah blah blah. But yeah, fine. It's okay, man. What's up, dude? Visiting to Chicago, so you're going to a hotel for your friends that are visiting. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, I don't really have anything to talk about. It's like really just a Sims game. I just kind of want to do that. Just kind of want to do that. I'll start the download. Okay, it is starting. Right. Yep. I'm open. I'm just going to talk about The Sims then, I guess. Yeah, you can actually download like mods and stuff from like the old website, the old hub. The old Sims hub, Sims Online, which is awesome because yeah, you could get like really nice. You could get like people as well as you could get like stuff, but you could get like maps and things, but also you can get people. Like you can actually download customized like new body net and shapes and sizes and stuff. So then that was cool at the time, because I remembered that basically like just there being a couple of like not very very interesting shapes, very simple interesting shapes for people. There was just like, humanoid male adult, and busty female, and that was it basically. It was just those two. You got like a couple of like guys with slightly bigger tummies, but that's it. It's like that was all the models. There was not giant muscular brutes, or really fat guys or anything. And yeah, and basically I actually downloaded a couple of these, um, and they worked for a couple of they worked for the women, but the guys never actually, like, I couldn't find a good model for the guys ever. There was never any like super buff dudes or anything when I was playing The Sims. So yeah, I don't think I ever actually wanted to actually like change the shape of the guys that much. But then again, it was a while ago. I stopped playing The Sims when I was like 13, 14. So yeah, like I didn't really have any real interest in guys at that time in my life. So yeah, it was no big deal. Um, but yeah, there were a couple of alien models and stuff that you could download. It does almost make me wonder if that thing still exists. Okay. Oh, I thought this was supposed to be a zip file. It seems to have automatically unzipped. What were your instructions? Open the zip file and then look for the setup. Yep, I found that. Download it to. Okay, that's not that hard. Come on. Did we lose TD? I think we did. We lost somebody. Select your language. English. I want English. I have no idea what this is. Oh shit. There we go. Limit installer to 2 gig. I think I have more than 2 gigs of RAM. I think. Okay. Oh, did it change the music of the original Sims? That would suck. I've already not done that. Why? What happens? You don't have to tell me on Discord as well. I can read the chat while I'm doing this. Whatever. My computer's really good. Also, so is like the internet. It's it's a gaming computer. It's specifically designed for gaming, and this is a really old game. Like, I'm pretty sure it can take also downloads at high speeds, considering the giant files that I do. You know, I'm pretty sure it can overclock things. It's fine. It's fine. See Redist. Those don't look like viruses, but my computer will scan them anyway. Person with 64 RAM. I have no idea what my specs are on my computer. I just know that it's basically like it can run GTA 5 effortlessly. Yeah, not to brag, but it is one of the most expensive, like off the shelf computers that you could buy, gaming computers that you could buy 5 years ago. So yeah, it's like it should be able to do that. That came out 13 years ago. Roscoe, I'm pretty sure that this game, The Sims, and all the collection packs, I'm pretty sure they came out before you were born. At least, like you were teeny weeny baby person. When was The Sims? You've got me thinking now. I think it was the 90s. It definitely was the 90s. Yeah, but I'm not. What I'm saying is that this thing came out and could run on my ancient computer. So was it the two? I don't think it was. I remember it being a thing when DVDs were a thing. I don't want. It's asking me if I want to. It's done. It's ready. And my antivirus is scanning it. Yeah, I know, but it's like threat detected. Hmm. It's infected with a Trojan. I, it's scanned it. It's found the actual file. It's called Trojan. Sounds like a C. Trojan generic. Oh wait. Trojan generic 3749878 and was moved to quarantine. It is recommended that you run system scan to make sure your system is clean. If I'm pulling out my laptop right now, then if your computer detects it, so what? No, I'm sure the game works. That's okay. Right. It's running. It's updating DirectX and all that stuff. Why did you do the Miss Piggy? Yeah. Oh, it's an R, isn't it? Give me a break. I don't have my glasses on. Oh, it's taking a while. It's possible that it's basically like been a bit slowed down because of the files that were extracted from the software. I don't know. I'm actually feeling tired. God damn it! Not yet. If I go to bed now, I'll be up at 4 a.m. It's user data houses. Sims launcher, the file is actually in the Sims launcher. Awesome. Is that the thing that's in the quarantine? Let me just quickly check. Quickly. Right. Okay. Well, Roscoe, if my computer gets blown up, then I'm going to blame you. Okay. I've moved the files out of quarantine. Microsoft Visual C++. Okay. How hard is it, really, to play an old game? I actually wonder what happened to my old CDs, because they used to be PC CD-ROM. You know, like I had all of the Sims basically like in a big stack that was like this big. Because there was the Sims. Because I got the Sims and the Sims House Party together. So there was the Sims House Party, Living It Up, which was an expansion pack which just had more stuff. And then there was the extra expansions like Vacation, Sims Pets, Sims Hot Date. That was a big one. Oh, I must restart my computer. Well, I can't do that then. I cannot play it live on stream just yet. I'm sorry, guys. I would think I will cut my hair anyway. Keep beard, cut hair. Oh, it's a tough decision. You kind of get used to the depression hair, you know? But I miss being able to wear hats. Mm. No, I'm not touching the beard. Beard stays. Like my pup actually got me a beard braiding machine, but it was so cheap that it didn't work. The wiring on it on the insides of it basically is like it's an electronic thing, and the wiring on the insides of it is backwards when it comes to the batteries, so it doesn't actually work. You can't actually get the batteries in it to actually use it. But like once that's fixed, I've been waiting for Damon to fix that for me. And once that's fixed, I can actually have like a Viking beard braided. Although I think I might have to straighten my beard hair. I don't know. I don't know how to do that, and I feel like I don't want to do that. That also sounds expensive. I'm not entirely sure that my pup would basically be able to spend like $70 or however much it is for one of those combs that automatically straightens your hair when you comb it. You know. But yeah, my beard doesn't feel like it's actually getting any longer. I've had it for 2 years now, and I haven't cut it. It's always been like this, and I feel like that's because it basically it's reached its terminal length. You know, it's like this long and no longer because like the hair kind of like splits at the end like that. Before it can actually like keep growing, I guess. But it is quite long. It's just that it's really tangled. You know, it's really curly. But it is actually quite long. See, it goes to my belly. So it's twice as long as it actually looks. So yeah, it always feels lopsided as well because it likes to go that way, but it's actually very even. Whatever. Stop it. Stop with the yawning. I'm going to play The Sims. I mean, I'm gonna play on the computer after I've done the stream. I'm gonna play on the computer for a little bit. Then I'm gonna play The Sims. And then I'm probably gonna get way too tired and play The Sims way too much, and then it's gonna be like 8 a.m. or something. But it's the weekend, so who cares? What braiding styles would you do? I don't know. There are some good Viking options that basically like my pup definitely wants me to try, but basically just two just braids here in the beard and one big one for the rest of the beard. You know, get the dwarven king kind of like style, I guess. Maybe I should grow my hair out. get the full Gimli look. Have you seen John Rhys Davies recently? It's sad. It's sad. He's now old and thin. It's like, oh. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, I'm not that superficial. Like John Rhys Davies is still like hot, but he's just like not as hot as when he was a dwarf. It's stupid of me to say. But yeah. He has a YouTube channel. I watched him throughout COVID. During COVID, he basically had like he basically sat on his windowsill at home and did like mini speeches and talks and stuff on his YouTube channel. That guy is amazing. I like that guy. You watched the first 2 episodes of Star Trek Academy and you think you liked it? Why? I watched the first episode with Itchy and like I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anything that I liked about it at all. Also, Elastigirl was just too distracting. Yeah, Elastigirl. It should have had a softer opening, you know? It should have had just a real softer opening. Like just having lots of action at the beginning and then having more action in the middle and then like a yeah, it just this all felt like it was going to be a season like this in the olden days. Jesus, in the olden days, it feels like it feels like they would have had all of this be like, you know, the main character's redemption arc and stuff like that. That be kind of a whole season. You could have made a whole season out of that. But because everything is so compressed into only 7 episodes per season, it basically means that they have to get they have to get the bang for their buck, which means that yeah, everything looks amazing and great and everything, but still, I just can't like it. I actually can't like it because it's too connected to Discovery, and Discovery took a giant poop all over Star Trek, and that just it's ruined it already for me. I can't like it. I just can't like it. Like even if I did find something that I liked about it, which I didn't, I hated everything about it. Everything. Um, then yeah, it was just it's already tainted by the fact that it's taking place basically as a continuation of Discovery, and that Discovery just like insulted Star Trek so much. It's just not worth it. I fucking hate it. It's dumb. What's a Kingerite? Oh, do you mean Klingerite? Do you mean Paul Giamatti's character? See, even Paul Giamatti, I can't like him. I can't like him because the only thing that's Klingon about him is the ridge. He's got one ridge and no Tellarite features at all. Also, the voice actress for Mariner Beckett wrote the 5th episode. I don't care. It's just that it's a big shit on the original concept, on any concept for Starfleet Academy that came before it. It's just a big shit on it, and I can't deal with it. This character sucks. It's just there. He's just the bad guy. It's just like they they had Paul Giamatti. I swear he's an Oscar winner, isn't he? Like like they could have done they could have done so much more with his character. But no, he seems to be just a generic pirate guy. You can't stand Paul Giamatti in anything. Why? I love him. I really like Paul Giamatti. What do you have against him? He's short, round, and cute. He's short, round, and fuzzy. Probably the wrong way. Can't stand his acting. It just seems that he seems the same. Like he plays the same character and everything. Like when he played John Adams, or like when he played a monkey in Planet of the Apes, or like when he played like the very over the top bad guy and shoot them up, you know, or he played a stuttering guy in uh, Lady in the Water. Is that what it's called? The M Night Shyamalan movie. Um, he basically played himself in Sideways. You know, he played a detective, a really good one in The Illusionist. What's one of the best movies of all time, in my opinion. That was a really good movie. You know, um, or in the Holdovers, just recently, the Oscar nominated movie, like the Holdovers. He was really good in that. He was a bit the samey there, but apart from that, he basically like he is a different character than other Giamatti characters. All of these characters that I've just listed, they are very different from each other. So I don't understand how you can give the criticism of like he plays the same guy all the time. You know, maybe it's his voice. I can't stand him. I don't really like Paul Giamatti. The Illusionist is one of my favorite films. I want to watch that again now. like I've almost run. I almost used up the DVD. Like I've watched it so many times. It's a really good film. It's almost historically accurate as well. It's really clever. So I'm trying to think of it like Edward Norton is in it. I think I'm trying to remember the name of the other actors that were in it. I can't remember the name of the main actress, but it's really good, and it's got a couple of really good twists in it, and they're great. I even watched the commentary for it. I think there's two commentaries for it. I watched that as well, and there's a really funny thing because it's supposed to be a period. It's a period movie. It's a period piece, and like this, like there's this mansion, and like one of the actors kind of gets annoyed at something, and he kind of storms out of the room. But when he does, he knocks over a chair, and basically he was incredibly sorry that he knocked over this chair because this chair was like an antique chair. It's actually the chair that was in that room for like 300 years or something, and it was like he just knocked it over because that's he was acting. And it was just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. But yeah, it was this huge thing, and I don't know why, but that for some reason that made me feel very funny because I was like, yeah, I can imagine like that happening. So yeah, you don't like Paul Giamatti, that's fine. I'm sure I don't like people that you like as well. Everybody's different. It's okay. It's like I don't like Nick Frost. Everyone seems to love Nick Frost. Like all the bears seem to like Nick Frost. I don't like Nick Frost. At least I can explain why, though. But yeah, I've been on for an hour. It doesn't feel like an hour. Hmm. Yeah. Anybody want to keep me here for a little bit? Then you're gonna have to bring up a topic or something. I mean, I could shit on Star Trek, the Starfleet Academy some more. I could do that. I mean, it's pooped on Star Trek, so I can totally do that. Well, I don't think we're going to get a good explanation or a good like episode about the Doctor. Like that's a big iffy thing for me. I just don't see it happening. It's going to be in relation to one of the students, one of the new characters, A YouTuber I like said the first 6 episodes were good, so I'll give it a shot. You mean of Starfleet Academy? The first 6 episodes? Isn't that the whole series? It's like, I can already tell you, well, at least it's just my opinion, I guess. It's only my opinion. But, like, they are lying because I've seen the first episode and it was awful. It was just awful. There's 11 or 12. No way. This is a modern series. You only get like 7 episodes. I'm sorry, Don. I'm sorry. I'm just like, nobody's made the case. Nobody has made a single case to me as to why it's good. Like, nobody's made any case to me that it's good. Like, nobody's actually argued the point of it being good. Also, the ship is terribly designed. Terribly designed. When they're at warp, the command structure, which I'm guessing is the ring and not the center of the ship. The center of the ship is the dormitories or something, and the actual like bridge is on the front of the ship or whatever. But the command ring detaches from the center, which is supposed to be the dormitories and the classrooms and stuff. I'm guessing, right? And they make a big deal out of it, and it's like, why? Why are you going to do that? Why do you need to do that? It's just because you need like the ship to be separated. You need it to separate itself because that's what Discovery did. Because they're in the future. So basically, like they have this cool technology, which means that the ship is segmented and not actually touching itself. Where do these bridges retract into? Is it reprogrammable matter? Why do I care? Is this just? It's just so dumb. It's just so dumb. This is a building. It's not a spaceship. Stop making it a spaceship. It's not a spaceship. Make it a building. Stop fucking with us. This is annoying. It's just, I just hate it. And I don't mean I dislike it. I actually hate the show. Just give me an argument to why it's good. Why should I give a crap about it anymore than the first episode? Like, I'm not kidding. It actually like hurt me emotionally watching it. Like, it actually made me angry watching it. I want to like it. I want to. It's just that it's not giving me anything Star Trek. And I haven't even gotten into the mistakes that it made. It made a lot of mistakes in the dialogue in particular. Just all of it was just like I said, it makes me angry. And it's also because Discovery also made me angry. But At least Discovery kind of like it looked like it was trying. It looked like it was like it understood that it was doing certain things wrong, and it kept trying to course correct. This thing straight away is insulting. Oh, that too. That's stupid. It's supposed to be 1,000 years in the future, but then again, it can't be that because language evolves and all that stuff. I get it. Like I'm okay with that. The universal translator is doing its job for us to understand, and I understand that. That's fine. But yeah, like okay, we're gonna go to Discovery, right? And I'm gonna give you some examples. Discovery basically, like, yes, it wasn't Star Trek. It kind of knew that. It was trying to decide. It wanted to be Star Trek, but it was trying to decide if it should be in the Kelvin timeline or not. At least they had the excuse that it's not the real timeline, so we can do kind of what we want. But because the fans reacted so badly to Discovery, then in season 2, we had a new captain. And he was the best thing about the show, Captain Pike. Like everything else was still very, very, very bad. But I think it was season 2 that basically we got the new captain and everything. That was pretty cool. Like that made it watchable. It wasn't great still. It was still very annoying, but I wasn't angry with it. They also redesigned the ship slightly as well, which is neat. But yeah. And then we got to season 3, and then basically that there was a lot of the stuff in the other universe, like in the mirror universe. Spoilers, by the way, and stuff. So they could even argue that, well, none of this stuff matters because it's all about the mirror universe and it doesn't really deal with our universe, and therefore it's not really canon. So we can basically play around here for a little bit, show us how despicable the human race actually is, be dark, like they wanted to be dark and gritty. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Are you going to stay in the mirror universe? You're going to come back at some point. And yeah, they do. And then the seasons after that, we got a bunch of Enterprise crossover bullshit and other bullshit. And again, universe ending implications and stuff like that. And it's just too much. It's too much. It's too much bullshit. There's just too much bullshit. And yeah, Discovery was arse, and it made me angry again. Once they got rid of Pike, that was basically it. It made me angry again. And then they went into the future, and like that actually looked a bit promising. The first episode of that looked a bit promising. It's the rest of it that was awful. Yeah, it was just bad. It was just all bad. Like after that, but they seem to be kind of like they seem to be hearing people, when people were discussing exactly what they wanted from Starfleet Academy, and they seemed to be taking on this information. It was like, oh my god, there's a shot that it still might be set as a continuation of Star Trek Prodigy in that time period on Earth as Starfleet Academy. Like, it seemed to be going that way. They even used some of the set for some of the set that was being built for a short trek, which is a tiny mini episode thing, and that was like great. It depicted something from that happened with Picard, but it was still good. Like it was good because it kind of gave me hope that like Starfleet Academy is still going to be set on Earth in the contemporary timeline. Maybe attached to Picard, which still would have been a bit of a big poop on, but still. It, yeah. And then they basically just said, no, we want to use a bunch of the casts for cameos from Discovery, because everybody else is basically like they're not going to be able to do cameos anymore. And it was like, okay, so I'm going to hate it. And then they said that it was basically going to take place on a spaceship, and that was just worse. And then they said they were going to have big villains and stuff, and it's like, isn't it supposed to be a fucking college drama? It's supposed to be a fucking college drama. No big alien threats. If you're going to do alien threats, have them Spider-Man size, not Avengers type events. You know, you just basically just don't get it what you're trying to do. And oh my god, you've been trying to get a coherent argument going for Academy, but it's hard to long content in a chat room. It's okay. You can summarize it up a little bit. I will shut up and let you type it out if you need time to type it out. But if it's too long to type out, then basically or if you can just send it on Discord. But if it's basically like if you don't want to spend all that time trying to convince me, I get it. You don't have to, Don. It's okay. It has lots of negatives. The set design is weird and shiny. Yes. Yeah. It's the future though. And we're never going to get back to the same kind of like look and feel that is Star Trek, and the kind of like the 80s and 90s aesthetic of spaceships with carpeting and the kind of plastic, kind of metal, kind of wooden walls kind of system. There aren't going to be any nice shiny but lived in feeling ships, and with the same continuity as the Intrepid class, the Galaxy class, the runabouts, the Denu runabouts. We're never going to get that kind of feel anymore again. It's always going to be hard, shiny, like glass and like projected screens everywhere, holograms and stuff. And it's like, yeah, it's when you can't go home. You can't ever go back. And I've accepted that. But still. It's weird. The premise is very strange. Diplomacy in an academy ship. It's not really supposed to be diplomacy. Isn't it supposed to? Well, it might now be about diplomacy. Diplomacy. I don't know how to say that word properly. Jesus. Like I can say it in my head, but it's just like, why am I not able to do that? Anyway, it's not supposed to be a diplomatic ship. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, it's not supposed to be a diplomatic ship. I think the premise is that in order to teach the students, it will be helpful to fly the ship around a little bit. To fly them around in a ship. This has been a thing in Starfleet Academy. In the past, we do have ships that are training ships. The Enterprise A in itself was turned into a training ship when it wasn't actually doing missions. It was essentially basically used by the Academy as a training ship for the higher up cadets and stuff. So yeah, like that's a thing. That's plausible. I'm okay with that. It's just that the whole Academy being the ship is done. Is a no. That's an out. That's a not feasible and not plausible, and it just sounds stupid. It just yeah. It also limits the amount of students that you have, but whatever. Um, teenage angst can be awful. I don't mind that. I don't mind that, especially since it's not really supposed to be teenage angst. It's supposed to be young person angst. You know, it's like, yeah, 17, 18, 19 angst, yes, but also like 20s and stuff, because Starfleet Academy is basically a university. It's essentially kind of just an extension of a university, you know, and all ages can basically go to the academy. It's not just young people. So yeah. But that's kind of what I wanted. That's kind of what everybody wanted. Well, that's kind of what they've wanted for 60 years, is to basically like do this and actually like have a Starfleet Academy where we actually deal with, like, you know, college and university drama, but with Starfleet. It's like, that was it, because that was supposed to be a unique show. It's a unique show, much like Voyager was when they flung her across the galaxy, you know, much like Deep Space Nine was, where they basically had to have a station instead of a ship flying around. It's a stationary like thing with bigger, longer stories and stuff like that. Like, they wanted it to be a unique concept, but they fucked that up straight away by making it a ship that flies around, and so that they can get their pew pews in and stuff like that. So yeah. It's garbage. Also, the villain is ass. The villain is ass. Again, he's not. He's just incredibly basic. I'm sure they're going to try to flesh him out later. And again, Paul Giamatti is great, but like, his introduction is fumbled already for me. So yeah. It relies a little too much on CGI as well. I'm okay with that, only because basically, like, so does Strange New Worlds, and they make it work. You know, they've got a lot of practical sets, but they make it work. But then again, they've got really good characters. Really good characters. I fucking love number one. I think she's awesome. She's so good. You know. Oh, it's just, yeah. Yeah. This doesn't have that. I haven't seen one character that I've liked. You know, I can't really count the Doctor, because although they do kind of try to rely on him a little bit in the first episode for kind of like, you know, when they're, it almost feels like they test screened this and they were flagging a little bit on the nostalgia, so they brought the Doctor back a little bit more, but not fully. And yeah, I don't know. Oh my god. It has some interesting hooks. Interesting hooks, yeah, but the entire premise, the overall premise, failed straight away. A lot of the original Star Trek people have retired or died. Yeah, the over modern ship designs that are just geometric shapes are not interesting. It's not that. It's not that. You know, it's the fact that it's in the future. It's too far. It's too far removed from Star Trek. Like, I'm okay with it being in the future, but I feel like Starfleet and the Federation and stuff like that, I feel like these things should be renamed as something else. You know, it's the DS. It's not a Game Boy anymore. It's a DS. It's something different. Just do that instead of tarnishing the name of the greatness that was fleet and ship designs and stuff like that. Like, I'm never gonna like the segmented ships. I'm never gonna like the reprogrammable matter bullshit, you know, because it's basically like, well, you might as well just like, you can solve all your problems straight away just like that. Like, what is the point of engineers? You just have to know how to make one thing now, and then that's it. It's kind of garbage now. And this is me. This is from the perspective of basically a guy that essentially is a ship inspector that already lives in Star Trek. Like, I am totally that guy. That is basically like, yeah. It was kind of going a bit that way in Prodigy, but at least they gave a crap. Didn't give a crap a lot, but they still gave a crap. You can feel it. It's annoying. It's so dumb. The ship designs are like, some of the ship designs are actually very interesting. Again, I just don't like the floaty nacelle kind of concept. I don't like any of that crap. I wouldn't mind it so much. That's actually not true. There's a couple, and I couldn't remember the name of them because I honestly didn't commit it to memory. But there are a couple of ships that we do see in Discovery that are cool and interesting looking, and I like them. I don't like the detached nacelles when they're at warp. I feel like when you're at warp, that's when the nacelles kind of like dink back onto the ship, on any ship. You know, I'm not going to trust a like electromagnetic confinement beam to basically like keep my nacelle in place, because I could just see one of them just kind of like slightly just doing something, and that will throw off the whole warp field. In which case, then everything that's not connected to the ship, I don't care how strong your electromagnetic field is, your force field is, it's gonna just fly off the ship. Also, you might as well just not have a force field there. You might as well just put them on the ship anyway. If it's gonna be that bad, it's just a bad idea. It's just a bad idea. Sorry. Oh my god. Oh. Trying to justify something that I fucking hate. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do your job for you. What if there's a catastrophic power failure on any of these ships that have the floaty bits that aren't connected? Just what if there is a like an EPS manifold cascade? Like, what if that happens? Like, just when they're not at warp or anything, they're just flying through space, and they're just station keeping, and then all of a sudden this happens. What happens? Do the parts automatically kind of like magnetically just clip back together so they don't float away, or do they actually just float away? What happens if like your saucer section and your engineering section are detached? How do the people get between the bits? Do they just auto transport themselves all the time? It's just a dumb idea. It just is a dumb idea. So I will say that some of the ship designs are fascinating. It's just that, yeah, you just connect the nacelles, connect them to the ship. You're being stupid, being silly. They use the force. Don't do that. Don't. Yeah, we're Discovery ready pooped on. Star Trek. It's the turbo lifts. Discovery really pooped on Star Trek with the turbo lifts. That's it. That was like this just isn't canon anymore. You've broken any kind of like any semblance of like me giving a crap about what you do from now on. Like, it's like I can't forgive this. It's over, you know. Yeah. Anyway, let me read. I'm sorry. It has some interesting hooks. The original Star Trek people have died. Yeah, I already read that. Geometric shapes. A Klingon medical officer is original. I kind of like the Enterprise argument, because the actor that played General Thingy on Deep Space Nine, you know, eye patch guy, the actor that I really like, that because I got to actually like talk with him. He came out to talk with me while I was being a doorman, and like we hung out, and it was kind of pretty cool, you know. Anyway, like him. Oh, God damn it. Anyway, him basically, like, he's the actor that plays that Klingon is in an episode of Enterprise, and in that episode of Enterprise he plays a lawyer, and he's representing Archer, and he basically says to Archer that we weren't always, you know, so warrior race obsessed and stuff like that. It's basically we've got a caste system, and like the warrior caste a while ago took over the planet, but there are still, you know, that we still have the caste system. They're just the warriors are in charge. So everything's about honor, and everybody just, you know, nobody wants to look at the law, or look at engineering, or look at science anymore. You know, like they just kind of want to go into space and be space pirates and space warriors and stuff for honor. You know, like he says all this to Archer, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds cool. That makes sense. So I can believe that in like 1,000 years' time, the Klingon Empire might have had a revolt against the warrior caste, and basically, like, you know, they might be more balanced now in the future. I'm okay with that. I would like that. In fact, that sounds like a good idea. But the whole point of them being perpetually a warrior honor based race was never really going to be a thing that lasted forever. It's only because of lazy writing and the studio that kept kind of requesting the Klingons come back is the reason why we got so many Klingon episodes of the original series and stuff. Like they always had to do the Klingons. They did try to do the Romulans, but they just couldn't get the creative people, you know, like the directors and even the showrunners basically wanted to do more with the Romulans, but they could never get the Romulans into like the Next Generation episodes, because the studio was like, everybody remembers the Klingons. The Klingons are in the new movie. Use the Klingons. Fuck. So yeah, that's why we got so much warrior race Klingons all the time. So I want to give it props for that, but I can't. So yeah. The dog seems to be very world weary, which could be fascinating. Yeah, he's one of my favorite characters. He's from Voyager, so of course I'm gonna like the Doc. But I got a feeling they're gonna fuck him up. They're gonna screw with his story somehow, and it's gonna hurt me. So yeah, it actually makes me not want to watch him in this because it's so bad to me. The second episode is diplomatic. A lot of the original races in Starfleet have left the Federation. Yeah. Already knew that from Discovery. And I don't care. I want to, but I can't. This is very unique. Again, I already know about this. It's from Discovery. I don't like just because it's different doesn't mean it's better. I like the concept of a warrior race because they are an antithesis of diplomatic feds. Okay, then. So, what's the point of the Jem'Hadar? Like another warrior race and stuff like that. What makes them so different, besides the fact that they're clones? Although apparently they're not clones anymore. Yeah. There are other warrior races. You can even say that basically the Romulans are warrior races, but they at least seem to have a functioning society and everything. It's just really hard to see how the Klingons, before that Enterprise episode, basically sorted that out for me. It's very hard to see how the Klingons essentially function. Anyway, they still have clones. The tech lady's dad is a clone. The mum is Klingon. Oh god. It's been 1,000 years. You'd think it would have been just easy to basically say that they gave them reproduction. They allowed them to reproduce. They gave them reproductive bit. Like that would have been more fascinating than other than the other way. Yeah. You have failed to make your case. It's okay though. It's okay. Like I am trying. It's just that, like I said, there's a huge roadblock. It's just that this tree is never going to grow. The Discovery is just hovering above it, continuously casting a shadow over it. It's going to die. It's never gonna. I'm never gonna see it as anything more than just like a dying plant. Like it has to do something amazing to bring me back, and it's not. It's just another series that I'm gonna just see as it just doesn't exist in the Star Trek universe again anymore. It's like it's very much like Discovery. It's very much like Picard. Picard was at least funny with how much how much bullshit it did. It produced. At least it was hilarious how it just kind of like throws away characters and just forgets storylines, and just forgets that it did the Borg already 3 times. It's just, that's funny. That's hilarious. But oh my god, all the Borg drones are dead. They got sucked into space. It's like, wait, you said they were dead. Yeah, they got sucked into space. It's like, so they're outside. It's like, yeah, they're dead. Okay. We haven't heard from the Borg in 2 decades. That's a quote from the last episode of Picard, the last season of Picard. Do you mean like 2 weeks? How long has it been between season 2 and season 3? Because that's how long we've not heard from the Borg. Oh my god! But I like that basically they build up this love interest that Picard has, and then they completely just don't mention her. Once you can't see her, she's not there. Great. And remember when Guinan changed the name of her bar, of the bar of the Enterprise, that lounge in the Enterprise? She changed the name of it so that she can have it be called the same thing as her bar is called on Earth. Because on Earth her bar is called 10 Forward. Gotta say that one does hurt a little bit, but it is really funny. It is really funny. Oh. You know, it's like physical comedy when somebody hits somebody with a stick. It's like, oh, that must have hurt, but at least it's a little bit funny. You know, so that's how I feel about the whole 10 Forward name, the name changing thing, the reason why it's called 10 Forward on the Enterprise. See, it's hilarious. You know, it's just like, yeah. Okay. Anybody want to talk to me about anything else? I've been on for almost 2 hours now. If I want to torture myself again, I will watch the second episode of Starfleet Academy. Eventually, I'm going to watch it when it comes out because I have to, because it's Star Trek. But it might be the actual one that basically just I don't watch. You know, like I found a way to watch Prodigy, and I didn't like certain things about that, but I didn't hate that. I actually liked Prodigy. Prodigy was interesting. You know, I would even say that it's good. You know, it's not great Star Trek. It's not even a great story. It's just that it's good. Discovery I watched once. I have no intention of watching it ever again. And um, this, like I said, this might be the thing that I actually can't watch. So yeah. See, it actually bums me out. It actually bums me out thinking about it. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Ah. Oh, stretch. But yeah, this shirt is definitely tighter. So I don't know if that means tummy's bigger or what. But belly rubs and base loop. I do not know when I'll be back. It kind of depends on exactly how good my sleep is, you know. But yeah, oh, I've got to get more fizzy from the house. Poopy.